What's up, everybody? It's your girl Megan, show up fitness instructor, and today I'm going to be going over a program for a fit girl on how to get toned arms. But before I do that, for those of you that are tuning in for your first time, maybe you haven't heard of us, Show Up Fitness, where great personal trainers are made. We're going to help you guys learn how to program, feel confident training others, and make this a successful career in the fitness industry. And so today, when I go over this program that I designed, I'm going to be using our CCA format. What does CCA stand for? Core accessory. Core, not meaning abs, but core movement patterns. We have 8 of them. We're going to have a squat, hinge, horizontal push, horizontal pull, vertical push, vertical pull, as well as unilateral and transitional. Those are the fundamental movements, compound movements that we're going to base all of our workouts on. That's where you're going to get a lot of the workload done. And then we go to accessories. Those are going to be more of your single jointed movements, isolation exercises, as well as cardio or abs and client choice. Maybe even do some rehab or prehab exercises if they do have an injury there. So those are going to be kind of the fillers in between the compound movements that you're doing. And so what I have designed for this individual, the first circuit is going to be chin-ups into incline press, then to abs of choice. Second circuit, we're going to have push-ups into squats, into curls. The last circuit, we're going to have a single arm row into hip thrusts, into lateral raises. And then if there's time is allotted at the end, I'm going to do a little burner round challenge at the end there of biceps into triceps into jump rope. So when we look at this program for a fit girl, we're going to assume intermediate, maybe advanced. Now, her goal is to get toned arms. And when we talk about toned in the fitness industry, it's used as a marketing term to kind of get people excited to buy into getting something. But a lot of people use this term and it's not appropriate. And when they think of toning their arms, they think of grabbing 5-pound dumbbells and doing 30 reps with it. The reason for why a lot of people do this training is because they don't want to get bulky. And as you guys should know, females, we are not going to get bulky. When we look at just our bodies naturally, we do not produce enough testosterone in order to get bulky. We do not train like Olympic lifters, power lifters, or CrossFitters. And so when you're talking about getting toned arms, what we're really talking about here is putting on muscle mass, decreasing body fat. And so in order to produce those results, we're actually going to have to train hard, heavy, because you want your body to be challenged, to be able to adapt, because that's how you're going to see the results that you want. If you're not challenging yourself, if you're not using progressive overload, you're not going to see the results. And so now when we look at the first circuit, chin-ups, the first one that I have is going to be a vertical pull. Now, if this individual is able to do at least 5 chin-ups clean and easily, we would do weighted chin-ups. So we get a belt on her. Maybe I help assist her for the second or third sets if needed, but I want to at least get 3 to 5 reps of weighted chin-ups, assuming this is going to be more intermediate into advanced. Next, we would go into an incline press. Incline press is going to be a hybrid. It's not strictly horizontal. It's not strictly vertical press, but based off how we perform it here, it'd be more inclined towards that vertical press there. And so the reason why I have that right after the chin-ups is because they're going to be antagonistic, opposite muscles that are working there. So it's going to even out, give enough rest in between the two so she can go back afterwards. So I have a pull push, and then lastly I have abs. Now the reason why I have abs as in the first circuit is because I do have 2 back-to-back arm movements, and so I don't want to necessarily do an isolation arm exercise, even if it doesn't compromise the work being done there. Also, once again, if she's probably thinking about getting toned arms, she probably also wants like a 6-pack or flat abs. So usually abs is a safe choice to put in the workout in general, but also it is important too because we want to make sure that our clients have a strong foundation, because your core should be involved in every single movement that you do. And so this will transition very well if she has control of that into our other movements there. Now we move on to circuit number 2. I have push-ups here. Just like chin-ups, if she's able to do, say, 20 push-ups very clean and easy, I want to add some weight there. Maybe I put on a 10, maybe put on a 25. Depends on how clean those push-ups look like. But you guys, as the trainers, you guys will find out. You'll be able to judge that on how it's being performed there. So I have a horizontal push here. Next one we have is squats. So I know this is for toned arms, but I designed this program to be more of a full body workout with an upper body emphasis, because I still want to make sure, once again, that I'm not fatiguing her too much so she makes through the entire workout. Also, you guys will know, usually if you add in some lower body movements, a girl's not going to be mad about that. So squats is a good one here too, because I would probably do a goblet squat or a front loaded squat, because now I'm going to be using some of my arms during that movement, holding that goblet squat isometrically at the top there. Next one we have is curls. I could do any type of curls I wanted to here. I'd probably just do normal one, maybe add a pause, isometric hold at the end of them. So the last one that I have is going to be single arm rows into hip thrusts into lateral raises. Now the reason why I chose a single arm row row here is a horizontal pull. We already had a vertical pull with that chin up. And also, if you guys have already seen before, we had 2 pushing movements. So I want to make sure I even that out. I even like to sometimes do more pulling than pushing movements, but also single arm row, because I do like to incorporate unilateral training that'll help maybe her doing more chin-ups eventually down the road. And so after that, we have hip thrusts. Once again, this is more of a full body workout with an upper body emphasis, but this is where I'd probably do more volume here because it is at the end. Maybe I'd do like a 15-20 arm wrap just to challenge her, get a little burnout there. And then after that, we have is lat raises. Lat raises is a great one to work on the shoulders, which is going to be a part of, once again, the toned arms. And if you guys saw my other video going over the deltoids, there is one shoulder exercise in particular that's going to help attack all 3 parts of the deltoids, and that's going to be rotational tees. That's a variation of these lateral raises that I might incorporate in there at the end too if I wanted to. And so with this all being said, let's say we have enough time at the end. Maybe I've got 5 minutes left, 3 minutes, 1 minute. I have enough time where she gets something in at the end there. I would do a little circuit round, and I would go from biceps and triceps into jump rope. And so the reason why I'm putting this at the end after she's done all of that is because this is now working on those isolations with the biceps and triceps, as well as the jump rope. You're going to be using your arms during that movement. It's once again a full body movement as well there too. But because her goal is for toned arms, the feeling that I want her leaving at the end there is that she worked her arms out, that her arms are feeling that burn. And so that's exactly why I have it at the end here. After she's done all of her work, she's going to feel her biceps. She's going to feel her triceps. She's going to feel it during that jump rope. And so I might do it once, I might do it twice, once again, just depending on the time that I have afterwards there. And if you guys have seen my other videos, you guys already know that once again, once the client comes into you, this workout that I have designed here might change, right? Maybe she comes in with an injury, maybe she's not as fit or that fitness status that I thought she had said she was. So I might have to tweak some things on this program. So that's one of the many great reasons of attending our SUF-CPT internship course, because we provide you guys the tools to critically think. If one of these scenarios do happen, that you will not freak out, that you have the tools, the confidence, the knowledge behind that to easily adjust anything in here to fit your client's needs. That's going to be a big thing that you guys are going to need to apply to your clients' workouts if you want them to get results. And the great thing right now is part of our online CPT course, we do have a free 14-day trial, so you guys can go ahead, check that out for free. You guys are going to get access to our content going over programming, anatomy, business, sales, everything it takes to make this a long-lasting and successful career. And of course, if you guys have the availability, we do have our in-person internship coming up next with myself here in La Jolla, California, as well as up in Santa Monica. That's going to be a 2-month course. We're going to get that hands-on experience, learn everything that I just talked about, so much more. And of course, if you guys cannot come to us, don't worry. We have weekend seminars occurring every other month or so. Our next one is going to be where you guys get that hands-on experience. It's a 2-day event. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any new content or information that we have for you. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And if you have any other questions too, feel free to email me at meagan@showupfitness.com. And remember, if you want to become a successful personal trainer, all you got to do is show up.